with this opening of parallel worlds as a new constitution of Gaia, the Earth, there was also a need to communicate through these portals. So I started to develop exercises that I call Gaia touch exercises. They were shown to me by the elemental beings or other beings at different places where I did my work with groups, in the sense of healing the place. And maybe I demonstrate some of them so that you have an idea, because it is not enough that we mentally enter into these parallel worlds, but communication means that we use a language that those words understand. Then it is eye-to-eye communication, and not just something that stays within our head and our body. So I found out that the language of gestures connected to the imagination. Human imagination is a language that beings of other parallel worlds can understand. So the first one was Star of David exercise, which is to open to the earthly worlds and to the cosmic dimensions. It starts with the triangle. This is the earthly triangle, because the earth is rising towards the sky, and the heaven is coming down, or cosmos is coming down to the earth. And it is also about being individually part of this process of communication, and not as a language that is outside from me as human being. So this looks like this. It can go on and on, but then it is time to feel it inwardly, how this new constitution starts to form within ourselves as well as outside. And then partly the Gaia touch exercises are with the hands. Like there is Gaia touch exercise for this transition from the earth connected to the earth element, which makes a closed ball you make with the hands. And then it moves, there is a movement when the thumbs connected to the small fingers stand for the element earth, and the thumbs stand for the primeval powers of the earth and the universe, so archetypal powers. Because without thumb, the hands are useless, can't do anything. So this exercise is to move with the hand so that open space is creating. It is not anymore closed, but I can look through. It goes in one direction and it goes in the other direction. But it starts with the closed ball of the element earth and moves towards the earth as a cluster, in the sense of the element air, consciousness, all connectedness, pluridimensionality. Another process of Earth changes that is going parallel to creating the new space of the Earth is changes within the human being. Imagine that we are billions of humans upon this Earth, and we are all concentrating upon the image of the Earth as it was transmitted from the astronauts from the universe, where we see this Earth as a round ball, and by holding it within this element Earth, planet of the element Earth, we prevent the transition that the Earth is doing. We massively make a blockade on her path of change. This change is not per chance. The Earth is part of the cosmic cycles, and the universe is also in a constant change and transformation. And we are now, I see like this, that we are now part of a change that goes from the hierarchical structures, which we know also as, for example, the angelic structure, into horizontal creating of the universe, which is more is related to the qualities of the heart, the love qualities, which is horizontal. Instead of hierarchies, it is the loving relationships that hold the universe as a whole. Then the same goes also within the human being. We need to change, not to be obstacle on the path of the Earth in her process of tuning to the cosmic cycle, but to support her. And here, for example, I developed the Gaia Touch exercise with transforming the rationally governed head, because these are all rational projections that are problematic, that see the Earth as this closed, ball, monotheistic concepts. So this exercise goes like this. It was shown to me by the Basilica of St. Mark in Venice. Once I was sitting in the Basilica and meditating, and suddenly I realized that my head is being taken off and put into the space of the heart, and then returned to its place. But then I developed this exercise more, so that you take the head as a sphere and bring it down, position into the heart space, and then even lower into the cave of the belly, the cave of the belly, so that it gets in contact with the dragon powers within human being. And then you open the hands, and the head is now light, and it goes back into the head. Once again, it is to tune the consciousness to different frequency levels within our body. It goes like this. Then another important moment is to reconstruct human relationship to the elemental world. Elemental world is all around us and within us, taking care for life processes. All life processes that develop in the water, in the elements, in the air and mountains and landscapes. All these processes are being led, directed, renewed, transformed again and again through consciousness and beings that we call elemental beings. They are invisible because they are not outside, but they are inside. They are inside the plants, inside the trees, inside the human body as a personal elemental being. And the exercise to open the communication with this world, I was showed during a workshop in Sweden, and it starts with a chained, a human being chained, because by considering ourselves as human beings not connected to the elemental world, we chain ourselves into our limited humanness, anthropocentric approach. And then it goes, we use the different parts of the fingers, 3 parts of the fingers, to break this chain. 1, 2, 3, and then it opens. It means that through centuries and our development, we are closing ourselves more and more to the elemental world, till finally we don't know it, we ignore it, and now we cannot just go and make love to elemental beings. We need to transform all these blockages that were built within our body, and this exercise is to break these chains, blockages, and then the flower of relationship can open again. And what is the most difficult blockade that human civilization is projecting upon the earth is that we demand from all beings and the earth as a whole to be in such a form that is how to say, that is parallel to our rational view. So our rational view puts a demand upon all beings. All beings are pluridimensional. They have material and subtle forms, but we don't see the subtle forms. Through this we push all beings away from their true essence, which is one with Gaia, and which is the life core, their life core, the elemental life core. So we need to work on this, to free ourselves, and through freeing ourselves also free other beings from other worlds.